millions of copies of both DVDs and Blu-rays and been downloaded millions of times on the internet on demand. With how much they're talked about and how much they're referenced, how can you not go without giving them the benefit of the doubt? I have to give Stephanie the benefit of the doubt because she surprises me with how much she's been talked about and how much she's achieved because of this DVD. Everybody who's a wrestling fan is proud of Stephanie for this. They're not criticizing Stephanie, and the amount of positive reviews and comments this has been receiving on different professional wrestling news websites and fitness websites and social media has been absolutely amazing. The millions of people who have subscribed to Stephanie's Facebook fan page and who have followed her on Twitter is considerably up from what it was maybe 4 or 5 months ago. We first got news of this back in September. WWE started talking about it, and obviously this is why the Authority now are no longer a part of WWE's active storylines because they're gone now to promote things outside of WWE. This will give Stephanie some time off to talk about her fitness DVD and fitness Blu-ray, which is available now on WWEshop.com, and it will allow her to deal with prior commitments in her life. Of course, this all fell through at Survivor Series when Team Authority came up short in the match with Team Cena, which was voted at the Slammy Awards this year for Match of the Year. It was a great match and a great way of getting the Authority out of things after being involved with WWE for the past at least 3 to 2 years. In the last number of years, WWE has been ran, of course, by Stephanie and Triple H, so it's a great way of getting her out of it. And I think she's going to be back, if not by the conclusion of 2014. She'll be back within the swing of things, getting momentum, more momentum, as the weeks go on, leading up to the beginning of 2015 to get ready for WrestleMania 31 and the possible confrontation that we could be seeing between Triple H and Sting. I wrote an article on that for In This Corner with Jonathan Clarke and several other dream matches for opponents for Sting to have. And I also threw it up for discussion on the main page of our website, Sting versus Triple H, which is being talked about quite a bit on professional wrestling news websites like ProWrestling.com and PW Insider as one of our top topics up for discussion, especially on social media. I want your predictions on a match between Triple H and Sting, by the way. Who do you think would win a match between Triple H and Sting? Obviously, the obvious candidate to win would be Sting because Sting would be making his debut as a wrestler in a WWE ring after debuting at Survivor Series, coming face-to-face with Triple H for the first time ever. That even shocked Triple H because I didn't even think he thought it was going to turn out the way that it did for him. They knew Sting was going to come in, but how phenomenal Sting got over, I don't think anybody expected that. So obviously something will be done in the way of a follow-up after the Authority are reinstated by John Cena, and that's the way Stephanie will return after promoting the fitness DVD and Blu-ray, which has got a phenomenal campaign going for it. It wouldn't surprise me at all if this copy of the DVD and Blu-ray was purchased millions of times over by wrestling fans, and it wouldn't surprise me at all if they did a sequel to this with everything WWE has going on with its own video production. They have a lot of special DVD and Blu-rays chronicling the careers of wrestlers available now. Along with that, they have the Attitude Era Volume 2, which is a great release for WWE, expected to get millions of buys, and I'm sure the fitness series will get millions of buys because everybody wants to get a better idea into the fitness regimes of their favorite WWE superstars. And this DVD starring Stephanie was actually predicted to definitely sell millions of copies, and it wouldn't surprise me at all. So it's going to be interesting, along with the number of tweets and Facebook posts, the final numbers of Facebook tweets and posts, that come in. It's going to be interesting to find out how the numbers fare for that. And it's also going to be interesting what the numbers are going to be like to see the graph of numbers for the sales of the DVD and Blu-ray, which I expect to be up in the millions. It's not a DVD that's really worth talking about in the way of a wrestler's chronicalization of their career, because we have seen millions of those released over the years, either 1 hour perspectives, 2 hour perspectives, 3 hour perspectives, whatever the case may have been on a career of a Hulk Hogan, a Shawn Michaels, an Undertaker. We've all went out and purchased those. We've gone out of our way to do that, especially if we were fans of someone like Shawn Michaels. I myself was a diehard fan of the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, so likewise I went out and purchased every DVD or Blu-ray that was released on his career, from the Heartbreak Kid that was released originally by Coliseum Home Video back in 95, 96. From there I went on to Shawn Michaels, My Journey, Shawn Michaels Mr. WrestleMania, profiling the greatest WrestleMania matches of Shawn Michaels' career. I did it for The Undertaker, I've done it for Stone Cold Steve Austin, I've done it for The Rock, I've done it for virtually every big name in professional wrestling, somewhat of a mark, I know. But if you're you're a fan of someone like a Hulk Hogan, for instance, you're going to go out and purchase the DVD chronicalizing their career. And if you're a fan of a fitness regime, you're obviously going to go out and purchase this. So it's going to be really interesting to see what the numbers are in terms of purchases of this DVD, and that will tell the tale of the tape if we will see a sequel to this. Probably Stephanie McMahon Fit Series Part 2 will be released within the next maybe 1 to 2 years. And it's going to be interesting, too, if we don't get a sequel of the Stephanie DVD or Blu-ray. Who's going to be the next one as part of the Fit series to be profiled? Will it be John Cena? Will it be Randy Orton? We all know John Cena's history of being a professional bodybuilder before coming into OVW as the prototype in 2000, 2001, and eventually making his SmackDown debut in the summer of 2002 in his inaugural match with Kurt Angle, slapping him in the face because he represented ruthless aggression. I believe he was why Vince McMahon had implemented ruthless aggression into WWE in the early thousands. We all know John Cena's history as a bodybuilder, so it would be interesting to see a fitness DVD released on John Cena that coincide with every DVD that has been released on his career, so we can look ahead to that. And if not someone like John Cena, maybe possibly Randy Orton, who looks like he's chiseled out of stone. I know everybody, even male fans, are fans of the shape that Randy Orton is in. A lot of female fans are really into Randy Orton and how he looks physically, but a lot of male fans tend to comment on the shape of Randy Orton, and it's interesting, how many fans are fans of Randy Orton's shape and the physical condition that he is in. At live events, one of the things that comes up in conversation between wrestling fans is just the shape Randy Orton is in and how he's looking like he's chiseled out of stone every time he steps inside the squared circle, the 20 by 20 foot ring. And obviously, Randy Orton is leaving an impression, and quite the impression, in the minds of a lot of wrestling fans that be creating that kind of conversation. So it would be interesting to see if a DVD was released as part of this Fit series on the fitness regime of Randy Orton. It would be interesting to see what he puts himself through physically to endure to get himself mentally and physically ready for what he has to go through in his professional wrestling career. So that's kind of what we can look ahead to as part of this Fit series, which is expected to make millions for WWE. And I definitely give WWE the benefit of the doubt for the phenomenal promotional campaign they have put behind all the releases recently. They have been advertising them quite a bit with commercial advertising on WWE television. They've been referencing the releases of DVD and Blu-rays with commentary on Raw and SmackDown in between the matches and actually for the matches. And their films for WWE films like Jingle All the Way 2 and See No Evil 2 have been put over tremendously with guest star appearances by Larry the Cable Guy, stars of See No Evil 2, which is the follow-up to See No Evil from 2006 for the first time in the better part of the last decade. So it's just amazing, the promotional campaign for everything WWE Home Video has released in WWE Films, their theater company, has released recently. It's just amazing how much it's been blowing out of proportion. Now, do I think Stephanie's Fitness DVD is overrated? Not so much as something like Cyber Sunday or Black Friday, which I talked about actually here last week on the show. Those days were definitely overrated and talked about quite a bit. I think more conversation could be happening for Stephanie's Fitness DVD. The conversation has definitely been overwhelming and overpowering on times, but too much conversation in this case is always not really enough. And I think that, more conversation could be happening for this. Too much conversation is always beneficial for something in this case, but when you're talking about something like a day like Black Friday or Cyber Monday, you kind of get tired of it very quickly. But I think that too much conversation can be appreciated and not be irritated by a lot of wrestling fans, and it would definitely help the numbers of this DVD and the way it purchases and on-demand downloads that it will receive. Definitely, it's just amazing, and you can get a sneak peek of it by going to WWEshop.com, the official website of WWE, which of course is WWE.com. They have a tremendous article right up on the photo op that was done for Shape magazine, similar to Vince McMahon's Fitness and Muscle magazine cover shoot that was done a number of years ago. And not to mention, it's a great way of following up the tradition of the McMahon family of, keeping in shape and sustaining an image. And Vince McMahon definitely had a lot of pressure to sustain an image for himself as the chairman of WWE when he was on the cover of Fitness and Muscle magazine all those years ago, in a tremendous photo op and tremendous article that was written on the fitness regime of the chairman at the time. And Stephanie, of course, is following in his footsteps and doing a great job doing it. So definitely props going after Stephanie from me and everybody who listens to this radio show for doing it the way that she has done it and handling it very professionally. Definitely profitable things will come for the future of Stephanie McMahon. And I guess the only thing left to say is, what is your opinion on this? We're going to leave it up to you, so leave it for us in the comments of this video on our YouTube channel at Jonathan Clarke 22. Tweet it to us on Twitter with the creative hashtag Can't Tell You how much I appreciate those at Jonathan Clarke 1, and leave it for us on YouTube in the comments, of course, on Facebook at HEW Entertainment, on our Facebook wall, or by sending us a message on our Facebook page is how you can get into the conversation. Now, do I have a 5-star scale perspective rating on this? Maybe 4 to 5 stars. Won't go all the way with this one because there still are a lot of questions to be answered about this. I'm sure that we'll get a lot of insight in the way of conversation on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook on this. It's open for your conversation and your thoughts. I want your opinion on this. And if you've seen the DVD in its entirety, what did you think of it? Leave a bit of a review. Don't give too much away, of course. For those fans who listen to these video blogs on a weekly basis and make a habit of doing it very consistently, don't give too much away for those who are actually going to go out and purchase this or going to make a habit to watch these fitness DVDs. But if you want to, give us a little bit of a review and a little bit of an insight as to what you thought of it, and did you think it was equally as impressive as what China's was all those years ago? I thought it was, but I won't go all the way and give it a 5 out of 5-star scale perspective rating. I'll just go 4 out of 5 because there are still a lot of unanswered questions. As simplified as these workouts may seem to be, are they actually legitimate workouts that actually produce results, and are they actually worth attempting? Are they as easy as what they seem to be simplified to be? Those are the questions that I have. I have a lot of questions that are unanswered about this. Are they as simple as what they are, and actually they produce results, are two of the main primary questions that I have for this. But definitely we'll get those questions answered as the months go on. And as I said, you know, the numbers, the statistics that will be profiled from the sales and the on-demand downloads, they're going to be interesting. And the number of Facebook posts and tweets that have actually went out on Facebook and Twitter in terms of social media conversation, the final number of posts and tweets are going to be interesting as well, and hopefully we'll have those statistics for you in the forthcoming weeks, as we are just a little under 2 weeks away from the holiday season of 2014. Do I think it's a great holiday gift? Definitely. If not a great holiday gift, a short, small little stocking stuffer probably this will definitely amount to. But I think this is a great way of kicking off the fitness series, and I think it's something worth checking out, especially if you're a fan of fitness regimes, of WWE superstars and celebrities, and you have those questions in the back of your mind, like how do they physically and mentally prepare themselves for what they have to endure and what they have to go